Ladies and gentlemen, there comes a moment in life when you have to make a choice to stand up or stay seated, a choice to move forward or remain stuck, a choice to believe in yourself or let doubt steal your destiny. And make no mistake, belief is a choice. It's not something that just happens. It's not something that magically appears one day. It's something you decide to have, something you choose to live by every single day. Too many people walk through life waiting for someone to tell them they're good enough, waiting for a sign, waiting for the right moment. But the truth is, no one is coming to give you permission. No one is coming to hand you confidence. No one is coming to tell you you've got what it takes. If you're waiting for someone to believe in you first, you'll be waiting forever. Every successful person, every game changer, every history maker made the choice to believe in themselves long before anyone else did. When the world doubted them, when people laughed at them, when no one saw their vision, they still believed. They still showed up. They still fought for their dreams. That's the difference between those who win and those who stay stuck. It's the decision to believe no matter what. Because belief is not about what you see, it's about what you decide to see. When you believe in yourself, you stop seeing obstacles and start seeing opportunities. You stop seeing limits and start seeing possibilities. You stop waiting and start doing. And the moment you make that decision, the moment you say, I am enough, I am capable, I am worthy, that's the moment your life starts to change. So don't wait for proof. Don't wait for validation. Don't wait for someone else to believe in you first. Stand up, speak up, step up. Make the choice today, right now, in this moment, to believe in yourself with everything you've got. Because once you do, once you truly commit to that belief, there is nothing that can stop you. People love to look at successful individuals and say they were born with it. They love to believe that greatness is something people are just given, that some are chosen while others are left behind. But that's a lie. No one is born with a guarantee of success. No one enters this world already set up to win. Every champion, every legend, every history maker started out just like you. No special privileges, no magic formula, just a choice to believe in themselves when no one else did. It's easy to assume that the greats had something you don't, that they had the perfect conditions, the right support, the ideal circumstances. But if you look closely, you'll see that most of them had every reason to quit. They faced setbacks, failures, rejection. People doubted them. People told them they weren't good enough, weren't smart enough, weren't talented enough. But here's the truth. None of that mattered. What mattered was how they saw themselves. They didn't wait for permission. They didn't wait for validation. They didn't wait for the world to agree with their dreams. They decided they were great before anyone else saw it, because that's how success works. It doesn't start with proof. It starts with belief. Before the world sees you as a winner, you have to see yourself as a winner. Before the opportunities come, before the doors open, before the applause, you have to walk, talk, and act like the person you're destined to become. That's the difference between those who make it and those who don't. Not luck, not talent, just belief. So stop looking at others and thinking they had an advantage. You don't. Stop assuming they were born to win while you were born to struggle. They weren't chosen. They chose themselves. And now it's your turn. You don't need anyone to hand you greatness. You just need to believe deeply, fully, without hesitation that you already have everything it takes. Because the moment you do, the world won't be able to ignore you. Too many people are waiting for someone to come along and say you're good enough, waiting for a sign, waiting for approval, waiting for permission to chase their dreams. But here's the truth. If you keep waiting for the world to validate you, you will never move forward, because the world doesn't give out permission slips for greatness. No one is going to hand you belief on a silver platter. It has to come from you. Think about it. How many times have you held yourself back because you were worried about what others would think? How many dreams have you put on hold because you were waiting for someone to say, yes, you can do this? But what if that approval never comes? What if the world never claps for you? Are you just going to sit there and let your potential go to waste? Or are you going to stand up, step forward, and claim what's already yours? Every great person you admire had to believe in themselves before anyone else did. They didn't wait for applause. They didn't wait for recognition. They didn't wait for someone to tell them they were good enough. They decided they were good enough, and they moved like it. They worked like it. They lived like it until the world had no choice but to notice. That's the mindset you need to have. Because if you don't believe in yourself first, why should anyone else? You have to walk in your purpose before the world sees your worth. You have to speak with confidence before people listen. You have to show up like a champion before you win, because the moment you decide that you are enough, the moment you stop waiting and start doing, the world will start responding to you differently. Doors will open, opportunities will come, but it starts with you. Stop waiting for validation. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. Stop waiting for someone else to tell you what you already know deep down. You are capable, you are worthy, and you are enough. The only permission you need is your own. The only approval that matters is the belief you have in yourself. Decide today, right now, that you will no longer wait. Because the second you believe in yourself, the world will follow. Fear is the greatest lie you will ever meet. It whispers in your ear, telling you that you're not ready, that you're not good enough, that you might fail. It creates scenarios in your mind that don't even exist. And the worst part, most people listen to it. Most people let fear dictate their future. They let it stop them from chasing their dreams, from stepping into their purpose, from becoming everything they were meant to be. But here's the truth. Fear is not real. It's just a story you keep telling yourself. And like any story, you have the power to change it. Think about how many times fear has held you back. How many times have you hesitated, doubted yourself, or talked yourself out of an opportunity because you were afraid of what might go wrong? But let me ask you this. What if it goes right? What if you win? What if you succeed beyond your wildest dreams? What if the thing you've been too scared to chase is the very thing that will change your life? The problem is too many people let fear write the ending of their story. They let it convince them that failure is the worst thing that can happen. But failure is not the enemy. Stagnation is. Fear wants you to stay in the same place, stuck, comfortable, unchallenged. But nothing great ever came from comfort. Nothing legendary ever came from playing it safe. If you want to achieve something big, if you want to live the life you were meant to live, you have to step out even when it's scary, especially when it's scary. The difference between those who make it and those who don't is not that the successful ones weren't afraid. They were afraid, but they moved anyway. They acted anyway. They bet on themselves anyway, because they understood something most people don't. Fear is only as powerful as the permission you give it. And the second you stop feeding your fear and start feeding your belief, everything changes. So the next time that voice in your head tells you, what if you fail? Flip the script. Ask yourself, what if I succeed? What if this risk leads to something greater than I ever imagined? What if I already have everything it takes to win? Because the truth is, you do. The only thing standing between you and the life you want is the fear you refuse to let go of. And once you make the choice to believe in yourself more than you believe in your fears, nothing can stop you. Most people don't fail because they lack talent. They don't fail because they lack resources, connections, or intelligence. They fail because they talk themselves out of success before they even try. They let self-doubt creep in, whispering lies, telling them they're not smart enough, not strong enough, not worthy enough. And instead of fighting back, they believe it. Instead of pushing forward, they pull back. Instead of stepping into their greatness, they shrink. Self-doubt is the enemy. It's not the competition, not the obstacles, not the setbacks. It's the voice in your own head that's holding you back. That voice that tells you you're not ready. That voice that says, what if you fail? That voice that reminds you of every mistake, every weakness, every time you've fallen short. And if you listen to it long enough, it will keep you stuck in the same place for the rest of your life. But here's what you need to understand. Doubt is not truth. Just because you think something doesn't mean it's real. Just because fear tells you that you can't doesn't mean you won't. Your mind is powerful, and what you focus on will grow. If you focus on your weaknesses, they'll consume you. If you focus on your limitations, they'll define you. But if you focus on your strengths, on your potential, on the possibility of what could be, you will break free. Every champion, every winner, every person who has ever accomplished something great has had to fight the battle against self-doubt. They weren't born with unshakable confidence. They weren't immune to fear. They simply refused to let it win. They chose to believe in themselves, even when it was hard, even when no one else did, even when they had every reason to quit. And that choice, that mindset is what separates those who win from those who almost win. So what are you going to believe? Are you going to let self-doubt rob you of your future? Are you going to let that little voice in your head keep you from everything you were meant to be? Or are you going to fight back? Are you going to replace every doubt with belief? Are you going to stand up and say, I am capable, I am strong, I am enough? Because the second you do, The second you stop giving power to doubt and start giving power to belief, your life will change forever. Your mind is the battlefield. Every single day, there is a war going on inside you. A war between self-doubt and self-belief. A war between the voice that says you can do it and the one that whispers, yes, you can. And the side that wins, that's the side you choose to feed. Most people lose this battle before they even step onto the field, not because they lack talent, not because they lack potential, but because they have already convinced themselves that they are not enough. They let fear take over. They let doubt control their decisions. They let past failures dictate their future. And the more they listen to those negative thoughts, the stronger they become, keeping them trapped in the same cycle of hesitation, procrastination, and regret. But here's what you need to understand. Your thoughts shape your reality. If you keep telling yourself you're not good enough, you will act like you're not good enough. If you keep focusing on your weaknesses, you will never see your strengths. If you keep believing that success is for other people, you will never fight for it yourself. Your mind is the foundation of everything you do, and until you win there, you will never win out here. Think about the greatest athletes, the greatest entrepreneurs, the greatest leaders. They all have one thing in common. They mastered their minds. They refused to let negativity take root. They refused to let doubt win. They trained their minds just like they trained their bodies, conditioning themselves to believe in their abilities, to see opportunities instead of obstacles, to push forward even when things got tough, because they knew the truth. If you don't control your mind will control you. So what are you feeding? Are you feeding self-doubt, insecurity, and fear? Or are you feeding confidence, resilience, and belief? Are you letting the negative thoughts run wild? Or are you standing up and saying, not today, not anymore, I am in control? Because the moment you take charge of your mind, the moment you decide that belief will be your weapon and confidence will be your shield, that's the moment the battle shifts in your favor. And when you win there, nothing can stop you from winning everywhere else. Confidence changes everything. When you believe in yourself, truly believe, you walk differently. You talk differently. You move differently. The world feels your presence before you even say a word. People start to notice you not because you're the loudest, not because you're the most talented, but because you carry something most people don't. Certainty. A deep, unshakable certainty that you are meant for more, that you are capable, that you belong in the spaces you once doubted you could enter. But confidence isn't something you're born with. It's something you build. It's a decision you make every single day. It's the way you show up when no one is watching, the way you push through when quitting would be easier. It's the voice inside that says, I don't care what they think. I don't care what they say. I know who I am and I know where I'm going. That mindset, that energy, that belief in yourself is what separates the great from the average. It's what turns ordinary people into unstoppable forces. Look around. How many people do you see walking through life playing small, hiding their potential, shrinking themselves to fit in? That's what happens when you don't believe in yourself. You hesitate, you second guess, you wait for someone else to tell you you're good enough instead of standing up and declaring it for yourself. And the world responds to that energy. If you don't believe in yourself, why should anyone else? But the second you do, the second you stop doubting, stop apologizing, stop making excuses, and start owning who you are, everything shifts. Opportunities come, people start respecting you, not because you're perfect, not because you have all the answers, but because confidence is magnetic. It draws people in, it opens doors, it makes the impossible possible. So stop waiting to feel ready. Stop waiting for the right moment. Stop waiting for someone to tell you you're good enough. You already are. Walk like it, talk like it, move like it, carry yourself like you know you belong in every room you step into. Because when you believe in yourself at that level, the world has no choice but to believe in you too. Nobody sees the work you put in behind the scenes. Nobody sees the late nights, the early mornings, the moments of doubt you have to fight through just to keep going. Nobody sees the sacrifices, the struggles, the times you had to push yourself when quitting felt like the easier option. And that's why you have to believe in yourself first. Because if you don't, who will? If you're waiting for the world to recognize your greatness before you do, you'll be waiting forever. The truth is, most people won't believe in you at first. They'll question you. They'll doubt you. They'll tell you to be realistic, to lower your expectations, to settle, not because they want to see you fail, but because they don't see what you see. They don't feel what you feel. They don't understand the vision that burns inside of you. And that's okay, because it's not their job to believe in you. It's yours. The greats didn't wait for validation. They didn't wait for applause. They didn't wait for someone else to tell them you've got what it takes. No, they made a decision to bet on themselves, to keep pushing forward, to keep believing, even when no one else did. They showed up every single day, whether they felt like it or not. They stayed disciplined when it was hard. They stayed consistent when progress was slow. They kept moving forward when the results weren't showing yet, because they knew that their belief in themselves would pay off. That's the difference between those who succeed and those who give up. Not talent, not luck, but the faith to keep going, the ability to stand strong in your belief, even when the odds are stacked against you, even when the people around you don't understand, even when the results aren't there yet. Because belief is not about what you see, it's about what you know deep down. So don't wait for the world to catch up. Don't wait for permission. Don't wait for applause. Keep working, keep believing, keep grinding, because one day the same people who doubted you, the same people who didn't see your vision will be the ones saying, I always knew you could do it. And when that day comes, it won't matter whether they believed in you or not, because you always did. Once you make the choice to believe in yourself, nothing can stop you. That the power of belief is not just a feeling, it's a force. It transforms you. It fuels your actions. It sharpens your focus. When you believe in yourself, you become unstoppable, because belief doesn't just change your mindset. It changes everything around you. It changes the way you see challenges, the way you face adversity, the way you approach every obstacle in your path. Belief turns a setback into a setup for a comeback. When you face failure, it doesn't break you, it teaches you. When you meet rejection, it doesn't stop you. It pushes you to work harder. When life knocks you down, you get back up faster, stronger, and more determined. Why? Because you know deep down that you are capable. You know that you are made for more. And you know that every obstacle is just another opportunity for you to prove your strength. The difference between those who reach their goals and those who don't is simple: belief. The ones who make it are the ones who refuse to let anything stand in their way. They don't care how many times they fail, how many doors are slammed in their faces, or how many people doubt them. They believe, and that belief propels them forward. So understand this: your belief in yourself isn't just a nice to have. It's a must have. It's the key to unlocking your true potential. Without it, you're going to struggle, you're going to hesitate, you're going to stop before you even get started. But when you fully embrace the power of belief, when you stop letting doubt control your actions and start letting confidence lead, you will become unstoppable. Because once you believe in yourself, nothing can hold you back. Not fear, not doubt, not failure. You become a force that can't be ignored. The world will have no choice but to respond to you, because belief is magnetic. It attracts the opportunities, the people, and the situations that will help you grow. And the moment you decide that nothing is going to stand between you and your dreams, that's when you unlock the power to achieve anything you set your mind to. The world may try to stop you, but once you've decided to believe in yourself, the only thing that can stop you is you. And that's a decision no one else can make but you. Once you make the choice to believe in yourself, nothing can stop you. That's the power of belief. It's not just a feeling, it's a force. It transforms you. It fuels your actions. It sharpens your focus. When you believe in yourself, you become unstoppable, because belief doesn't just change your mindset. It changes everything around you. It changes the way you see challenges, the way you face adversity, the way you approach every obstacle in your path. Belief turns a setback into a setup for a comeback. When you face failure, it doesn't break you, it teaches you. When you meet rejection, it doesn't stop you, it pushes you to work harder. When life knocks you down, you get back up faster, stronger, and more determined. Why? Because you know deep down that you are capable. You know that you are made for more. And you know that every obstacle is just another opportunity for you to prove your strength. The difference between those who reach their goals and those who don't is simple: belief. The ones who make it are the ones who refuse to let anything stand in their way. They don't care how many times they fail, how many doors are slammed in their faces, or how many people doubt them. They believe, and that belief propels them forward. So understand this: your belief in yourself isn't just a nice to have. It's a must have. It's the key to unlocking your true potential. Without it, you're going to struggle. You're going to hesitate. You're going to stop before you even get started. But when you fully embrace the power of belief, when you stop letting doubt control your actions and start letting confidence lead, you will become unstoppable. Because once you believe in yourself, nothing can hold you back. Not fear, not doubt, not failure. You'll become a force that can't be ignored. The world will have no choice but to respond to you because belief is magnetic. It attracts the opportunities, the people, and the situations that will help you grow. And the moment you decide that nothing is going to stand between you and your dreams, that's when you unlock the power to achieve anything you set your mind to. The world may try to stop you, but once you've decided to believe in yourself, the only thing that can stop you is you. And that's a decision no one else can make but